Hey everybody, welcome back. I'm playing Sekiro. Sorry, I alt-tabbed into Steam Big Picture mode instead of the main. There we go. Cinematic music, thematically consistent, etc., etc. Here we beat first of his name that I have now forgotten. Now, it's not just that we beat him. There was so much more connected, okay? First off, pretty sure my man's 100% optional. Secondly, he had wormed his way inside of my brain. Having wormed his way inside of my brain, I had an obligation to ruin his life. If I hadn't gone through with it, what kind of person would I be? Like, why are there no enemies here? Isn't there? I was gonna say, I knew there was a dude right here. Now we can focus on having a good time again, having some fun, maybe spending our myriad skill points. Or maybe not. Dude, I never got this item over here. So I was talking with Mathis. Mathis was like, I know you're at this section of the game. You know, like, all these bosses are 100% optional, right? And I looked at him in the eyes of his soul. Did I really not rest when I was back here? And I said, no wonder there were no enemies. No, I looked back at him. And because in my head this happened in real life and not on Discord. And I said, of course I knew that. I definitely did not think that in order to progress the game, you have to beat the Demon of Hatred. But it's still my goal to beat the Demon of Hatred. And probably, you know, still all the remaining bosses in the game that are not locked out of. But it might require a little bit of finesse. You know what I mean? So Mathis was telling me we have to go back to the moon door area, which is also what Kuro said, to be fair. But to be fair to me, 3D space, not always my forte. Yeah, you know what? Just go ahead and poison me. In many ways, this area is already toxic. And I'm not even talking about it in the dun 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 little do 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 sort of way. What do you got for me? I came down all the way for a freaking candy. It's alright. It's a good opportunity for us to bleed off some of this poison. So I hate you, just for the record. If you want to face me mano a mano, feel free. I see you, you weird beardman. Go ahead. Like that move? Good, congratulations, you spaced me. No. Catch him with one of those. You don't even need to itchy this guy. Go ahead and poison me, I don't care. I've stored every consumable in gaming history to deal with this moment. You think I care about using a freaking antidote powder? You know what? I should have. You got me good. That was a very smart move on your part. I hate you, Birdman. I hate you most of all. It's alright, though, because one of you got trapped outside. He's on top of my head. He cut my throat. Okay, alright, you know what? Fair enough. Anyway, you might be saying, like, NL, why don't you just go back to the moon door? I've told you many times, I don't know where it is. I know it's near Ashina Castle. I don't know why I said castle like that. It's near Ashina Castle. There's the reservoir where the dude, you know, we sent him to die by taking him down into the dungeons. Spatial awareness is far from a strength of mine. I wish it were different, but it isn't. So the real thing that we should be doing is waiting for the death blow sign to appear before we do this, for sure. But secondarily, fighting these guys one at a time. Look at his cute little roll, dude. Almost makes you feel bad about exploiting his AI to get, like, trapped behind a pillar. No. I said almost, by the way. That was an accidental itchy, and I would do it again given the choice. All right. You weird. You know, we got this thing in our house as an onion holder. You know, sometimes you cook a dish, you don't use the whole onion. We put the onion in a thing that looks like this. All right, Ruka, you can be on the desk, okay? I'm going to allow you a little bit of desk time. But you can't jump on the keyboard. If you turn off the recording in the middle of Sekiro, I will never forgive you. I mean, I'll forgive you almost instantaneously because I recognize you're, you know, A, my son, B, this is a video game, although it's also my job. C, because you're a cat, like, to be honest, your brain is like the size of a hazelnut, you know? So, like, it would be unfair of me to be mad at you for something you could not conceivably comprehend. Get him, Dad. No, you don't get to jump on my head. You don't get to jump on my head and break my spine, okay? Obviously, they do get to jump on my head and break my spine. I just wish they didn't. I love it. They use poison. Yo, that was close. They use poison to zone and then just jump at you anyway, completely removing the, like, defensive advantage they had. Yeah, you know what? Just jump on my spine. I don't care. I got resurrected anyway because I got it on easy mode. Heal up. We can take these guys. I will say, I'm one of the few gamers playing Sekiro that can't see the bottom 1/3 of his monitor because there's a cat. I'm being forced to choose between not seeing 1/3 of my monitor, which is actually more like, I don't know, a 12th. He's covering very little. The alternative is to be inundated with meows for the rest of my recording session. So I think, for focus's sake, I think I made the right choice. By the way, for focus's sake, I recognize the pun. Please remove those enemies from the game. I am a gamer, and I demand it. Okay. Look at that. You see, we're taking our time. I know people were, like, a little concerned maybe I was just going to rush through the back half of the game. There's definitely some bosses that remain. My intention still is to go back to them. I know you're like, no, you're not. Nah, for real, dude. I've learned... Oh, jeez. I've learned many valuable lessons. One of which is doing something is painful for a bit. Not to say I'm not having fun with it. But doing something is painful for a bit. Not doing something is painful for years. You will never get this. We'll call it the Nameless King hypothesis. So I don't even remember where every Headless is. I might not beat every Headless, but I'm going to be one Headless. I might not beat every... hold on a sec. I might not beat every Shichimi warrior, but I will try to beat a Shichimi warrior. And that Demon of Hatred, he's on the list. I was talking to Mathis. I was like, Mathis, how many prayer necklaces did you have when you finished this freaking game? And he said he had 9 prayer necklaces. Astute viewers will recall, I just finished prayer necklace 6. So I'm feeling like a little bit understated. Great move. I'm also feeling like I've probably disrespected the stealth too much. Yo. I mean, this is unreasonable. And it's unreasonable, though hard for me to admit, because of my insistence on never interfacing with the stealth mechanics. Heal up. You had one of them in a real bad place posture-wise. You know what? Yikes, that was real close. Get lit on fire, please. This is a problem. How did we not get it? How am I gonna get through this? Where's my gold pine resin? Like, I know we could just run past, but... That's what we did before, and we know that this path only leads to the demon of hatred. So what's the point of even fighting these guys? Good point, good point. Good point. Maybe I could lead them into the flames. That one, honestly, I feel bad, but it was for your friends refusing to fight me one-on-one because they're afraid of me. He's immune. He's got plot armor. Who needs stealth when you can sprint? I deserve this. I deserve whatever's coming to me here. Tell you what, go ahead and res me, just because, like, at this point, why wouldn't I, right? Just jump. All he does is the grab, huh? That's his new thing? He's the man who exclusively grabs? I don't want to die. I've decided after all this, I do not wish to perish. So this is a dead end. Except for the mini-boss, which is actually like a super mega boss. So what else do we have? We have, we have some loot. Which I will probably not use. Or take advantage of. But on top of this... Yikes, brother. We're dead. We're alive. Thank you. On top of this, we have the great swordsman. Man with large spear. That's his name. Not really swordsman. We have Demon of Hatred, and then we have a path that we have to go in order to get to the Moon Door. If you get to the Moon Door, I believe that's the final boss. So, actually, we're probably in a good position to clean up some Headless. Thank you, thank you. And maybe some Shichimi warriors. For now, rest. After resting, relax a little bit. You know, we didn't do too badly there. Let's acquire some skills. And I'm really thinking holding more spirit emblems is actually pretty good. So I'm gonna... spend like all of our resources accordingly. Prosthetic follow-up attack. Special sword attacks can be performed immediately after using prosthetic tools. That's a new one. Excuse me? It's probably a tutorial you're supposed to get about 10 seconds into the game. Excuse me, I can only hold 18 spirit emblems? You're really telling me that each one of those was one spirit emblem that could now be held? I don't believe you. Increases the maximum number of spirit emblems that can be held. It's really by one. So we can use firecrackers one more time. Well, you know what? I'm the king of the passives. Now, if we were to go to the moon door, I at least want to like get to a bonfire or something around there, so we got a spot where we can hang out. You know what I mean? It would be like Ashina Castle. And I know it's near the reservoir. I don't think we need to beat these guys. But now that I think about it, I'm like, the reservoir where we told the dude that we heard the sound of the shamisen. So while we're here, why not give these guys a try? Now I've heard you can actually stealth it up a little bit. Let's give this a shot, okay? You know how it goes. You take the invisibility sugar, and then you go like all right, a one-on-one battle. No problem. That's a big posture hit, don't get me wrong. This guy is Makiri Central, though. I don't want to say he's no problem, because, I mean, my man's doing a lot of damage. But if he's doing non-stop Makiris, that's pretty okay in my book. Even then, we got a nice one. Yo, res me, because I suck. And then here's what you do. Run, heal yourself, and now face him. That's the ticket. That's a sweep. We need posture. Good enough. I can't help but notice we immediately need posture again. That one makes me a little mad, if I'm being honest, because you can see the Makiri, I mean, not the Makiri, but the dodge happen. Life goes on, but I'm a little bit annoyed. Sorry, we must have, how many of these? We got 22 of these in storage. That's enough opportunities, okay? This is where you hit him with the... Hey, and I would much rather face this guy with 2 health bars one-on-one. You might be thinking, why not take one of the boss's health bars? I think it's, to be honest with you, the boss shouldn't be this hard for me. I'm embarrassed that we died even that one time. That, again, so frustrating, because the Makiri actually hit just fine. At least I hit the trigger, what felt like correctly. And then it's like, nah. No, you didn't. Did you forget you tried to block an enemy in a From Software game while you were on an incline? Because that's not how this works. Mind you, I think the exact same thing just screwed him. So I'll take it. There's phase 1. Okay, much better. And may I also say, I feel my confidence returning, if only slightly. There's been a few rough episodes. Good. On his part, I mean. I'm feeling a little bit better now. Even jumped on a man's head. Historically has not been my strong suit. Works fine. Great move on his part. Can't be mad. We did it again. Okay. So all is forgiven. Another prayer bead. And now... I'm not saying Daddy's back. But Daddy has remembered briefly how to play this game. To some extent. Do we still get one of you? Oh, it's beautiful. Now, I'll give you a brief chance for redemption. You know what? You're pretty strong. I'm glad in the other timeline I ended your life without giving you a chance to react. No. One of these days, dude. I say one of these days, but the truth of the situation is I still don't understand how to get the sweep counter to trigger. Except by accident. Anyway, you're dead, which is pretty sick, dude. So, like, this is definitely a dead end. I believe. Yo, 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 yo. Wait a minute. I'm looking at this now and I'm like, dude, is this the moon door? Because this is the tutorial. Hold on a second, brother. I don't necessarily want to trigger the final boss fight. But simultaneously, that's the freaking moon door exit right there. So I at least want to hit the bonfire. By the way, people who have been talking about the final boss in this game routinely say like, oh, it took me hours and hours to beat the final boss. So just the fact that we made it here, I definitely do not think that this is like we're done with the game. So near secret passage. Okay. Now that we have this, dare I say, take me to Upper Tower Kuro's room. What am I gonna do? I got a kill order. It just says Headless on it. By the way, can we talk?
Lord Kuro, the secret. He is waiting for the night jar. The
Yeah. But also,
the item, it appears.
the time is not coming.
Please.
She's like, what the heck, dude? It's been like 10 days. And you're still here? Look, Emma. You don't know what it's like. The irony now is like, I'm trying to find the moat where the Headless is, and I'm like, where is it? It's right here. All we need, one Headless kill, By the way, let's check something quickly. How much divine confetti do we have? 2. Not many, actually. It is possible, I guess, my fit is high enough that I could actually absorb one of their hits, whereas earlier I just could not. So I wouldn't say I'm mad, but I guess what I would say is, how did you do that? Like, when I had dodged your attack, it seems very surprising to me that you would be able to follow that up with actually hitting me. Undeservedly, by the way. So here's my new strat, okay? We swim a lot. And then, by doing this, we're slowly, very slowly, getting his vit down. Because his vit's getting lower, killing him by getting that posture up is becoming substantially more likely. And now I'm like, dude, what was I complaining about earlier? This guy's not that tough at all. And if this guy's not that tough... Oh, that almost got me. Maybe none of them are that tough. But there is the one that's not underwater was a real piece of work. Ungo's Spirit Fall. Fallen Headless Spirit of Ungo that reduces vitality damage take from physical attacks. Consume spirit emblems to use repeatedly. What? You don't even give prayer beads? What the heck am I doing here? Excuse me, sir. I'm real sorry about this one. Alright, so we killed a Headless now. Let's go back to Last Communed Idol for now. I think that's gonna do it for this episode. I'm gonna come back. We'll hunt some Headless. There is that one Headless that has another Headless around it. I don't respect that, nor do I appreciate it. But for now, thanks for watching. Hope you guys have enjoyed the episode. If you did, click the like button. I feel like we finally made a little bit of progress. Subscribe if you want to see more in the future. We're getting close to the end, and I'll see you next time. See ya!